Hey buddies, 54 News Star here, and we're here again with another tutorial series. This is kind of to branch off from the dog days, which, it's, for now, it's got everything that it needs so you can create your own games and add an ending and suddenly you're good. But this is to take you to the next step of, hey, I want a, collect, within, add a timer. So you got 10 seconds to kill as many monsters or whatever, and then you got a screen saying, okay, this is your, how many points you have. So this is going to be another tutorial series. And two, more of original game called Star Defense, which is in no way a ripoff of, aliens invading and you trying to defend your space, which is, totally different. So let's see how we can totally do this original game. Okay, so I got multiple layouts. So I got 3 layouts right now. So this is the first one. Basically, it's a menu. It's in the roughest stages yet because I wanted it to be kind of basic so you guys could, understand everything. And then layer 2 is basically the whole level. It's like level 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically very similar to what we had in the previous series. And if you didn't watch the series, I'll put a link up somewhere so you guys can just click that, watch it, and then get back to this. Okay, layout 3 is basically the level 1. So this layout 3 is level 1, in which you click on that and you go here. There's one enemy there. There's your ship. I only wanted to put one enemy because remember, we're just making sure that the basic rough steps actually work. So let's see how this actually works. And I've set this up. Let's click somewhere over here on the white and go to view and then go to preview browser. I'm choosing Node WebKit because I actually want this to be a Windows based game. If you go to the export project, you notice that Node WebKit is to export to Windows and Mac and all that type of stuff. Actually, let's check that real quick. Publish to Windows and Mac desktops apps via Node WebKit. So that's very cool. So we're starting out on layout 1, so I click that, so that's what should pop up when we click run layout. Okay, we got on full screen, which looks really pixelated, but allows you guys to see it. I'm going to click the button. Notice how it's getting pushed down. It's very similar to this previous series, in which when we click down, it adds a new animation of button down. When we release, we go to a new level. We click level 1. We end up here. And this is just this is that 8 direction movement, but I've set it for 2 only left and right movement. And then we have shooting, and then if I shoot the bad guy, if I can shoot him, he disappears. And we should have somewhere over here should be a score. I haven't implemented that in yet. That's going to be a whole episode on itself, so you guys can understand that. So what we have for layout 1. Layout 1 is just basically left click button sprite, which is a blue button, set animation to pushed. So that's when you click on it, it goes down. On left button release, set it to default, that's when it's big and nice, and then set it to layout 2. Now what I'm going to do right now, that's a nice little setup, it gets you there quickly, but I'm actually going to set this to delay. So it's basically wait. So I'm going to set this to wait 1 millisecond. So when we click on it, we know that we're going to see it pop up one more time, or pop up, and then it's going to go there. Which, it's just something I like. You don't have to put there. And then on layout 2, which is very, very simple, it's just basically on left click sprite, which is basically just an image with the wording level 1 on it. We go to layout 3. This is good. The whole basically level 2 is going to be our HUD. That's going to tally everything and saying, okay, you finished level 1, this is your score, and basically right over here is where I'm going to place the score. So you say level 1, your score is 97,000 or 1,000. I'm actually going to put a limit to how much you can score in each level. So level 1, you can only score 100 points. Level 2, 200 points. Level 3, 300 points. And that's due to the different type of enemies in each level. And then for the final one, it's going to just be, you're going to have a little mix of every single level. And then finally, after you defeat the enemies, you're going to have a boss to fight. So level 2 is simple right now, but we're going to fill it in quite a bit. And then layout 3, it says basically on keyboard sprite released. Sprite 3 will release a, a laser. Now you can do on sprite clicked, but I did sprite release, and I may move it to just if you continually press the button so you don't have to keep jamming your keyboard. So it'll save your keyboard. And then I set over here, any like effects objects usually go off screen. So the actual bullet or the laser actually has a bullet effect added to it. So you go to behaviors, click the little plus button, and then you're gonna click the you always want to type if you can't actually find it. You just click movements. It should be under movements. It's this bullet. And then with this enabled, what you want to have is that, okay, so on keyboard space release, sprite 3, the ship, will spawn the laser sprite 6 onto layer image, or layer 0 at image point 0. That's directly wherever the ship is, it will spawn it whenever you're clicking the button. Now, we're going to set sprite 6, the laser, to, set bullet acceleration to 8. That means it's going to go 8, sprites, basically 8 pixels per second. On collision with sprite 4, so when the laser hits the green alien, which is not moving, the green alien will be destroyed. So that's basically how we get, click the button, and level 1, and boom. Now in tutorial 2, because we're just setting every level, every number 1 episode for every series is going to be very basic. On episode 2, we're going to deal with explosions. We're going to be dealing with maybe detailing a little more of the menu. On basically, to do stuff in layout 2, you need to do a whole lot of stuff in layout 3, and then input that information into layout 2. So we're going to be detailing that, and then we're going to be detailing, because I haven't implemented yet, and I wanted to kind of detail this, guys. Oh, okay, I guess you see, I am flying off the screen there, but I'm not flying off the screen over here. So that's what we're going to be doing next, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Bye.